Heyo! My name is Sarah, and today I will be doing the book review to Hollow City by Ransom Riggs. Hello. The second book in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series. That is always a mouthful to say. So, yeah. First, for those of you who don't know, I am currently on a book vacation. Thanks to some recent books that basically took me out multiple times. So yeah, I'm just taking a nice, easy read. Hence, the book vacation. First stop on this vacation, London. So, non-spoilers. 4 out of 5 stars. Basically, it takes off right after the first book, with Jake and his friends trying to get to London in hopes of turning Miss Peregrine back into her human self and figure out how to stop the Whites and Hollows from getting all the peculiars. So, yeah. I did like the little travel, since this whole book was basically a travel story getting from point A to point B. There were some bumps in the road, I shall say that. And so, yeah, we got a little bit more in depth over the characters. I did appreciate that. What I found interesting was finding out some stories in the world of Peculiar were actually real, and the kids didn't know that. So, yeah. There's sometimes where they got a little draggish in a way. So it's campfire stories. Clearly they're around a campfire and stuff. And yeah, it basically was a filler book. Again, point A to point B. And I appreciate it. It was a nice little pace. And yeah, it's just, preparing you for the final showdown in the next book. So yeah. So in a way, it was a nice follow-up from the first book, Mrs. Peregrine's. I'm not going to say that full name again, because I'm going to get tongue twister. So yeah, that's as far as I'll get into the non-spoilers. So, Hollow City by Ransom Riggs. Check it out. So, yeah. Goodbye, non-spoilers! Spoilers. What I don't get is why it's called Hollow City, because, there's not really a city full of hollows that reside in it. And then again, the picture of this girl, she's a side note in this whole story. So, I don't know, the cover's kind of deceiving in a way. So, yeah. Spoilers. Again, Jacob and his friends are off to get to London to save Miss Peregrine, because apparently if she stays in her bird form too long, she's going to become a bird, because a talking dog told us about that. So, yeah. In the world of Peculiar, there are tales of Peculiar, and apparently some of those tales are real, including the menagerie. So, the kids, they managed to escape with their lives from the Whites, and because Claire in her back mouth won't stop crying, they read her a story about a giant who helped save peculiar animals. And apparently the giant wasn't real, but the menagerie is, because we have a talking dog with a pipe, an emu raft, I don't know, and some other chickens with eggs that explode. No eggs for me tonight. And sheep with wool that are impenetrable. I will take that in every size you can give me. So, yeah. And the Ybren that they were looking for, Miss Wren, is not there. She is in London trying to help her Ybren sisters. And it's we rode from an island. We paddled from an island all the way here just to find out she's not here, but in London during World War II. That was the little thing frustrating about this, was because Jacob, you went to high school, surely, and you learned a little thing about World War II. Surely you could have helped, tell them what was going to happen, because this is the first time the kids from Mrs. Peregrine's home is actually out of their loop for a while. But then again, for you, been history, just sleep through. Not for me. I would be like Millard with all of his detailed book and everything. I'd be like, we go here, 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 avoid here. We so don't want to go here at this exact time. We're good. So yeah, I would be the kid carrying a lot of books. So when they got to a little draggy part for me is when they met the gypsies. So yeah, there are actual gypsies that do live in England, basically all over Europe. But we know that they didn't have a great turnout in World War II. But yeah, we find out the gypsies did know about the peculiar world, and they didn't know about the kids until they demonstrated it while they were in a cage. Thank you very much. So yeah, and that's just like a little side note, including the girl on the cover and some other characters we do meet. So we find out that they're looking for these pigeons that can basically track down Mrs. Wren, but that's a little difficult, because first of all we gotta find where the pigeons are, and first we gotta get to London, which is a little trouble because we get attacked by whites, either tomato, but I do like Hugh in this book. Okay, I liked Hugh because he did his whole Attack of the Bees sci-fi style. I liked Enoch because there's a silver lining between pessimist and realist, and I would have to agree with a lot of things Enoch was saying, because it's called self-preservation. He was thinking about that, and he studied war strategy because that's what he did to pass the time. I would have to agree with some of his things. I liked Millard being the scientist and everything, actually thinking that most of these stories and the tales of Peculiar are real, and that helped him actually find the pigeons and where the pigeons are. Emma, she was being the leader, so she had to make tough decisions. I will go with that. Me, I don't understand why they brought Olive. She should have stayed with Claire and Fiona at the menagerie. But yeah, she's like a kid, so you wouldn't want to do that. Bronwyn, girl, there are some times when you need to put your morals on the sideline and use your head, as Enoch was during this whole book, especially when they found some girls that were still in their house during the bombings. I will get you that later. So the kids, they do find out where the pigeons are, and they actually go through another loop, and they end in another place, and where they do meet some cute little boys that their peculiar ability is to like speak each other with their minds and complete each sentence with another, and they have echolocations. I love bats, so to have an ability like that, I'd be like, ooh, I can see in the dark. Not really, but I can hear where I'm going, so I can see where I'm going, in a way, like a bat. Ah! And so, there's this one character that was introduced, but she was, like, totally forgotten, like, in the last part of the book, named Melina. They're not related to... Oh, that's Malia. Sorry for Teen Wolf fans who are, like, starting to get on me, like, wait a minute. No, it's Melina. She has the pigeon, and she has telekinesis, so she can move things with her mind. Again, it's like, we meet her, and she has a cool ability, and you think she can help, but it's like, then she just becomes like a tag-along character. I'm like, well, welcome aboard! We're all gonna die, but welcome aboard. So it's like, this girl, we do meet her. Her name is Sam. She's a peculiar, apparently, but her sister is not. Jake and the crew find out the difficult way. I mean, it's like they're getting bombed on. There are hollows chasing after them through the loops, what they're still trying to figure out, in a way. And a bomb falls from the sky. Take cover! Sorry, this is all I got. I don't have the fancy wool. Because apparently the sheep, like I said, they have impenetrable wool. Thank you. And like slid. And yeah, they survived. But Sam, she's like, asking if her sister is okay. And they look up. Yep. You're impaled. Yes, I can see that. Can you get me down, please? So yeah, apparently things can go through her. It forms like a hole in her stomach. And she's like, it'll fill in a day or so. I'm fine. It's happened before. Okay. But I like her train of thought, especially when she says because her sister doesn't have any peculiar abilities, she will do just fine on herself and take care of her sister. The reason why I like her train of thought is because she does not want to go in a loop, and neither would I. I would not want to live the rest of my life the same age and on the same day over and over again for all eternity. I am good with my human life. I will take what I can get. I will use my abilities for my selfish reasons and a little bit of good. And yeah, I will live a life worth living. So, if I see a bird following me, almost too human-like, peace. I'm out. So, yeah, Miss Peregrine's starting to act like a little bit more of an animal because she took the bird, the pigeon that they were looking for. Oh, okay, so, Miss Peregrine, she is stuck in bird form. So she can't really communicate, but she knows how to move and squawk and stuff because she was the one that helped pick the story for the Peculiar Tales. And I liked how she was like pretending to be like a little wooden bird when they're trying to get on the train. But she's becoming a little bit more too animalistic because she took the bird, Winnie, the pigeon that could track, tossed it around like it was a toy to get it to tell them the combination because when they went to the loop, there was a lock and they had no clue what the password was. And then she was like, watch out! Bird hits the wall and dies. Does anyone have a bird cage I can borrow? Because I am not carrying her. No, thank you. So, we do go into another loop. We find Mrs. Wren in an ice castle because one Peculiar can control ice. Where's Pyro? Oh wait, there is one. It's Emma. Okay, I take that back. Okay, we have ice. We have fire. We have earth and air. If you decide to add an olive with her floatiness. Ice is another type of water. It's just in a solid form because it's frozen. This isn't Avatar. This is Vampire Academy. Because, okay, Athela, who we meet, does the ice. So it's a form of water. We got Emma, who does fire. Fiona, earth. And if you want to throw in Olive for her airlessness, air. Jacob, because he has the mind thing with the hollows. Oh, because he can sense where they are, he can predict where they're going to move, and he's now starting to have like a great connection. 1 second, you put my charger in. He has like a connection with the hollows, and like his ability is growing to a sort of level. It's like, yo, connections! Yo! We got Vampire Academy going on here. Okay, back on track. So, Mrs. Wren is trying to figure out how to get Miss Peregrine back into human form because, being stuck in a bird for a few days, that gets a little stiff. So, we do... So, this loop was like in a circus area. So, we got performers. We got a girl who can communicate with snakes. Awesome. We got a guy, I think they're called contortionists, where they can do their bones. But he can do it to the level where he hit in like a butter dish cap thing when his home was attacked when he was a kid. So he is very flexible. I don't know what the clown can do. I mean, we get this character that's a clown, and he doesn't show his abilities, but yeah, he's dogging everyone saying, oh, show us your abilities and, you're going to be part of the Peculiar Resistance Army. And it's like, first of all, rude. Second, who says I'm joining an army? I'm just getting Miss P here. After that, I'm out. So I was like, yeah, he was bossy. I did not like this clown at all. I mean, he was basically dogging everyone. He wanted to know what their abilities were. He was being sarcastic in a way we didn't need. He was being mean to the twins when he realized they can communicate and he tried to separate them. It's like, no, thank you, Bronwyn, for picking him up by the throat. And please, I really wish you could have snapped his neck like a twig, because I did not like him at all. I did not like him. I hope he does not make it in the next book, because I do not like him. So you remember that ability that Jake has where you can see hollows? Well, apparently there's still one frozen Ice Age style in the building that they're at. And it's like he's starting to get like a weird connection with it. So it's like, oh, and yeah, Emma convinces him to go back home. Okay, girlfriend. Good for you. Only problem is, I kind of saw this one coming. But the Peregrine that Miss Wren turns back is a Ybran. Except it's not a woman. 'Tis a man. Now that we knew before that only women are Ybrans and can have the power to control loops. Well, apparently, this guy does have the ability to turn into a Peregrine. Because he's Miss Peregrine's brother, Cal. C-A-U-L, Cal. I think that's how you pronounce it. Before the pigeon killing thing, I think I knew that wasn't Mrs. P. Because knew which page to put the book on for the Peculiar Tales. Messing with the birds, the pigeons, trying to figure out which pigeon was the real peculiar pigeon. And just going along for the ride, I guess. I don't know. There's just something off about that bird, and I knew that it wasn't Mrs. P. So it's her brother. Oh, and guess what? He's been leaving breadcrumbs for everyone to follow. Oh, Lord. So yeah, everyone gets captured. Ethella gets killed. Because, kill her and all the ice will go away. Boo. And so yeah, at the end, Jake and Emma and the dog, talking dog, Addison from the menagerie who escaped, now have to go after the animals from the menagerie and all the peculiars that were taken. And present day London, I think you'll continue in London. I don't know. Oh, and guess what? We have a sidekick! Like, a hollow sidekick! Jake can control them because apparently he's been having these freaky dreams in the real world with his parents, and then he had a weird dream with his grandpa when he was younger, and his grandpa was talking to the hollow, but it didn't go so well, and the hollow attacked him in the dream. But apparently because Jake has more, he's more than his grandpa, I don't know. He basically told the hollow to back off. It did, and it's just sitting there like a little doggy, just waiting for his next command. Dude, Jacob, kill the hollows, get them all, and send them after the whites. Ultimate Smackdown! You whites that you can control your little pets? Well, sorry, we got someone else who has the full control capacity, reign, puppeteering over them. Yay! But that will make him a larger target. So, yeah, that was Hollow City by Ransom Riggs. Again, not a city full of hollows, and this girl was only in this book for 2 minutes. I don't know. And so, yeah. Basically, a good, nice, calming for me journey from the old home for Miss Peregrine's children all the way to London. Just racing, dodging, trying to save our lives, ourselves. Trying to get Miss Peregrine to Mrs. Wren in time before she stays a bird forever. That would have been so much karma for Cal. Yeah, karma's a bitch. So if they had waited a little bit longer, you're my Tweety. But then again, this is a Peregrine Falcon, so that could go to you with her claws. And so, yeah, Jacob. He's an okay character, I would say. My favorite character in this whole book was Enoch, so I enjoyed him a little bit more. But Jacob, he's like the innocent version of us, so I would understand how he would feel sometimes, but the other times I'd be like, you know what, just man up and we gotta do this. On some occasions. So probably he will be his own man with his psychic hollow in the next book. What would my peculiar ability be? What would yours be? It's should I fight because I would be like Colossus from X-Men. You think you can hurt me? Ha! So that would be a cool ability. But besides that, I know. Forget Colossus. Sorry, Millie, for your invisibility tricks. No, my peculiar ability would be to travel in people's shadows. So I'm sitting here and then Ultimate Ninja. That's my peculiar ability. That is my peculiar ability. What about y'all people? What would your abilities be? And would you want to live in a loop? Because I know I wouldn't, but I'd like to travel back because apparently there are some places that have not been discovered yet in the world of peculiar. Yeah. 4 out of 5 stars. Nice calming break. My first stop in London. Who knows where my next one will be? And yeah. Book 2 and Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Hollow City by Ransom Riggs. Check it out. My name is Sarah and